The Columbia River Gorge is an area with many historic landmarks, lovely hikes, waterfalls, and beautiful vistas. None, however, are as well known as the breathtaking Multnomah Falls. At roughly 620 feet, it is the tallest waterfall in the state of Oregon, and one of the tallest year-round waterfalls in the United States. A historic site, its lodge was built in 1925, the bridge above the lower falls in 1914, and the small railway bridge across the creek in 1907. With millions of visitors each year and a steep set of switchbacks climbing over 700 feet to the viewpoint at the top, it is tragic yet unsurprising to find that deaths along the trails are a not uncommon occurrence. What may surprise you, however, is the legend of the first life claimed by this ancient site. The legend states that long ago, when a village of the Multnomah tribe was being ravaged by plague, the chieftain's daughter sacrificed herself to the Great Spirit, leaping from the top of the cliff to her demise in order to save her people. The village was saved, and as proof that her sacrifice was the reason, the Great Spirit caused the creek to flow down and over the cliff where the young woman had jumped. Multnomah Falls was named for the Multnomah people, an eternal honoring of an incredibly brave young woman and her love for her tribe.
All right, so round 2 of going investigating, and there being people around. Not crazies this time, just young people, hopefully, who don't want to break into my car and steal my shit, because that would suck. Anyway, tonight we're going to be investigating Multnomah Falls. Probably saw that in the intro, assuming I made one. Who knows, I'm new. But I was told that there is a plaza up ahead. Should be a good spot where it's not too noisy, but still close enough to the falls to do this thing. Obviously, I want to be super duper extra ultra respectful. Don't mind me, I'm just checking on my car while I go. Super duper ultra respectful. There's a lot of tragedy that happens here, which is real unfortunate. It's common and recent. So tonight we're gonna be trying to stay a little bit away from the falls so we don't get too much noise contamination. Thinking over here is good. And just a little bit downstream. Gonna get some freeway contamination to go with it. That's okay. Obviously, if there are spirits of anyone who's passed, however long it's been, because it seems to be really regular. You're all welcome to come out and chat and join me here. I've got a lovely spot on the bench next to me. Also, I'm gonna reach out and offer crazy noises. I would love to talk to the young woman of the Multnomah tribe who sacrificed herself for her people. to save them. That was incredibly brave and selfless and incredibly honorable, but could not have been an easy thing to do. If you're still here, still protecting this land and the people that come here, it'd be wonderful to talk to you, to know what your life was like before then, what things have been like since then. Also, obviously, if there are any spirits of the land, the water, the earth, you might like to come and talk or communicate, however you choose to do that. You're also, of course, most welcome to. No one's allowed to come home with me. Believe me, you don't want to. Got my own at home. They're not nice. I don't think that they would be particularly nice to other spirits either. Yeah, just anyone who might want to join me. You can come sit with me. If you want to show yourself to me, that would be amazing. If you want to chat with me, you're talking to up here, come talk to me here, little floopy thing. You can chat with that. Even if I can't hear you right now with my ears. The thing that I'm wearing, it's blinking. It can hear better than I can. And later on, it can tell me what you said. So you can still talk to me. Tell me whatever you might want. If you want me to come back later, you can tell me to come back later. I have time tomorrow. Or I can come back to Portland. Or to Oregon, to the falls here, in a different time, and come visit again. Noises would be tricksy, but you could probably make some noises that I would know are not the falls. And not people or wildlife. Sure, there are things that you can move around. Let me take my camera out of my hand. Please don't break it. You could pick up my water bottle over there and move it around. Take my flashlight out of my pocket. Again. You know, there have been a lot of tragic losses here, and any of those individuals wanted to come over and have a seat, let me know who they are. You can pass on words, things left unsaid. Let me know who it is they want them told to, and I'll make that happen. I'm just gonna check on my car. But you stay there if you're there. I'll be right back. No, they're there. They're just hanging. Having a good time. Cool. As long as they stay out of my stuff. This is a beautiful place. The falls are wonderful. It is really great to see everything growing back. I apologize, I'm going to pick up my bag, put it on. Someday I'll investigate someplace where nobody is doing things dumb. I'm very glad that the young men over there did not join the list of casualties today, as they thought it was a good idea to get up on the train tracks. And then a train came. And they managed to get off the train tracks fast enough, which is good. But unnerving. So all right. I will be back in a moment for anyone who does want to come visit and chat with me. I'm going to turn this around. I'll go for a walk. So there's a lovely bench where I'll be hanging out. There is some lighting. It is actually impressively bright here tonight. I was not expecting that. I'm just gonna go over. We're gonna check on my car. It's actually my brother's car. Semantics, but you know. I'd feel really bad if they'd done anything to it. Might as well show you around at night anyway. Yeah, that was nerve-wracking. Saw them both climb up there, and I'd previously seen that there was a train going this way that had been waiting for another train passing the other direction, and was a little bit concerned when they were climbing up there. And I'm very glad that they managed to get back down in time. Honestly, since they did take off, we're just gonna bebop over here and actually put a bunch of my stuff back in the car. Now that I'm not worried about them getting into it. And these are the train tracks. So you've got the little walkway there, and then that behind them is the train tracks, which say that they were built in 1907. Here's the car. Sorry, kids, it's not my car. Come on. Here, you can have a beautiful view of the lodge for a moment, because it is a beautiful lodge. This is also quite old. Come on. Goodness, it's very stubborn. Sorry for this detour. Okay. All right. So yes, that is the Multnomah Falls Lodge in all of its glory. It's a, well, nighttime glory. It's a beautiful stone building. And it is something they managed to save, even during the fires. I don't know if you guys can hear that as well as I can, but some of the water hits off that really hard, and it's really impressive. I believe it said in 1995 they actually had a rock come out the back of the falls that was the size of a bus. Needless to say, they have a lot of signs telling people don't go into the waterfall. Don't go around the waterfall. Even today, during our excursion up to the top, we had a couple small rock slides. Nothing too much, just a couple though. And before we end the night, we get a little closer to the falls. All right. My apologies to anyone who might have been planning to come join me or who was talking to me and I missed it. we go. Got me. And space for whoever might choose to join me. There you go. That way, if you want to make yourself seen, you can have a seat next to me. Also, this way we have ideally 2 microphones that can hear you. Should be good. So let me try and do this in a different direction so that I'm not having to hold it the whole time. Let me see. Okay, cool. So you can see the whole bench. Good. Okay. There we go. So again, actually I'll pull out my flashlight. The flashlight has a button here on the end, so you turn it on. Whoop, that's really bright. And then has a low level, and you turn it off. And to put this right here on the ledge. So the button's on the end. If that's the way you'd like to communicate, we can do that too. You can turn that on, and then if that works for you, we can use that as a way to just answer some like yes/no questions, that kind of thing. Actually, since it has 2 settings and off, we could use like yes, no, and either like a maybe or if I just need to rephrase the question, you know, like if it's not quite right or the option's not there, do that. Again, it's just an option. There are a number of them. I love to have anyone who wants to come sit and join me, chat with me, show me here. Other ways you could communicate, you could knock on this bench. Oh, good. Any of those spots? You do any of those? I have to knock a little loud. This was a decent rap. I'm gonna untie my shoelaces if you want to watch me really freak out. If you're the young woman who did sacrifice herself, that would be these little stringies here on my shoes. You can pull those and they will come undone. If you decide to come speak into one of the little devices, this one or that one, just make sure that you talk really loud. Because there's a lot of noise going on between the freeway over there and the wonderful falls. Pardon, itchy nose. I will say I've never met a positive spirit before. I believe I've only really met two, or at least that stuck around. One of them's gone, thankfully. The other one's not, and it is not nice. I would absolutely love to know that there are any beings out there that are good, even middle of the road. Anything that doesn't want to cause harm would be amazing. It would be really nice to experience something like that. It's actually kind of cold now. This is admittedly a somewhat awkward spot to sit. I got an idea though. Oh, and if you've not seen Dead Cold's shirt, pretty amazing. So thank you to my friend Mark for making really nice shirts. Well, not made himself, but has them on offer. And cool logo. And, you know, that voice. Apparently also makes really good chili pepper sauce. So, there we go. See if I can put the flashlight and roll off in there. Yeah, okay. That's okay. We'll just put it back on the rocks. I know a lot of spirits are playful. So if you want to have a good laugh at me, turning that flashlight on will be momentarily blinding. So that would give you a chuckle at my expense. Kind of thing my friends would do. Let's see what that was. That was my stomach. It likes to make itself known. I believe it's actually Mark who coined it paranormal stomach. When you go out on an investigation, your stomach just does not be quiet. So you may have to talk over my stomach too, I apologize. But it just makes growly, scary sounding noises, so if you're talking, it should be able to differentiate that. You can actually see all of the falls from here. That's impressive. Oh, it is chilly. Apologize again for my stomach. I've actually been up since very early. So we came out here I left just, I think I got up around 4:30 or 5 this morning. So I could leave at 6, got here at 7, and hiked up to the top of the falls before anyone got here. It was very crowded by the time we got back. I've had a bit of a nap, but otherwise been up since then, and it is currently 12:35 in the morning the next day. So I admit I did have some caffeine with bubbles in order to help myself stay awake. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put on my hood. Oh goodness. Whoop. Apologies, I'm trying not to cover up the mic so it's not dragging and making crazy noise. Still, I want to give you guys as much time as possible. Sorry, my keys are in my pocket. As much time as possible if you want to come chat. Either directly or using the flashlight. And we're knocking on the bench really loud. Or if you want to make yourself seen. I'm afraid I do not know sign language, but I'm pretty good at gesturing to people who I don't speak the same language as to tell a story. So that is also an option. Pardon the snuffles. I don't think I'm at the point where you can see my breath. Nope. Okay. It's just really cold. Interesting. Heard a couple interesting noises. Kind of a whistling. Not that kind of whistle, but oh, if you can do that, great. That would be amazing. I would jump out of my skin, but I'd come back. Land right back in it. And that was you, though. It was very quiet. If you could do it again louder. I did take my hood off so I can hear you better. There's a bit of a wind. My hair keeps blowing into my nose, making it tickle. All right, let's see what else we can do. Okay, I'm gonna take the flashlight. If you turn it on while we're walking, I'll notice when I get someplace else. I thought, especially with as loud as the road noise is, and even as loud as the falls are, we could walk up to them. So I'm gonna face this forward. Probably won't be able to see them. I can see them. But even with boosted night vision, that's quite a ways away. Oh, God. Okay. Train. Wow, that is fucking bright. Good job to my mother on this flashlight. Well, maximum noise. So, I don't know if you guys can read that, but let's see. Well, let me try something. I don't think this will work for you guys, but Yep, so you can see that, but there's no chance of you seeing those falls. So, I'm gonna go back into night vision. And turn that light back off. Oh, fuck. Jesus shit. I am not sad that you missed me jumping on my skin there. Not gonna lie. Oh, okay. This is the hardest part of this is that the night vision camera whew. Actually fucks with my ability to see. So, hopefully I'll be in the shot, but if not, sorry. Because I'm going to flip that back around. I don't even know what to say with this. If I see something, you won't be able to. Yep. So you guys cannot actually see the falls, but I can, and I can see all the falls and the bridge at the halfway point. So, yeah. They are stunning, by the way. Stunning. But I did want to let you guys hear them, so put the flashlight there again. In case somebody wants to play with the flashlight. I guess let's turn this back around for now. For a minute, just so you guys can hear it. Okay, I might finish off this again. I apologize if I do. So again, to the young woman, what? Sorry, wait a minute. I mean, it could be a star through the trees. That would be impressive. Oh, no? What? Nuh-uh. Okay. Hello? Is that someone else's light? Hello, hello? No, falls, trees. It's too high up. And it's gone again. What the actual fuck? There are no buildings. Okay, we're gonna have to test this. Let's see. Where would I need to go back to? I don't know if I'll lose vision on it if I have too much light. Yeah, shit. Sorry, I'm gonna turn this around. I can't actually see where I'm going. Although, I kind of need to... I know, you can't see a fucking thing. Sorry. There's a light up there. And it's too high up the falls. And there's no fucking way you guys are gonna see it, sorry. What I'm trying to figure out is if it's a star. Stars are really bright out tonight. But it's amongst the trees. It fucking moved. And that's like, I don't know. Shit. Well, fuck. Pardon my language. Wow, I'm swearing a lot. I'm gonna have to see if I can learn how to censor myself. Oh, it's so bright though. I do not know what to make of that. If it was somewhere else, I'd think it was a house. You know, like big yard light or something, but there's nothing up there. I thought maybe it was a flashlight or somebody illegally camping, but it's way too high up for that. And it's not moving often enough, if that makes sense, to be a hiker. Ah, there they are. Okay, well that's the popo, so we're probably gonna get a popo visit. Interesting. Well, I suspect we're gonna have to call it a night after that. That is okay. If not, we'll just come back down and not trip on ourselves. Try the bench again. But again, I suspect that'll be it for us for tonight. Huh. Might not have to do with me. Is that a bus? Huh. I don't know. Well, that was really weird. I suspect it's probably a star, just through the trees. Sometimes when your eyes dilate and flex, it'll make things look like they're moving when they're not. So that is my best guess. Since it stayed relatively stationary after that. I'm gonna kind of mosey over this way, make sure everything looks like it's okay. Seems to be okay. Okay, well, nobody's touched my car, so that's good. We can sit a little bit longer. Unless I get upset, in which case we'll leave. So we're back on our bench. At some point I'm going to lose the IR light, so I do have backup, but it's okay. But again, I will still put out the flashlight. It's really bright. If anyone wants to over there. Everyone can see. It's off. Anyone wants to come talk, they can talk. Into the blue fuzzy on my chest. They can turn the flashlight on. And come sit with me. If you want to be visible, that would be lovely. I'd love to see you. Just anyone who might want to visit. I'm going to slip this back here. I know I create my own weird reflections. I'm very pale. Surprised that I'm colder here than I was closer to the falls. That is a little surprising because the falls do have spray, which, if you're here in the day and it's hot, feels amazing. Oh, walking back down and then getting that spray near the end. Whew, yeah. Again, you're welcome to come visit, as long as you are not negative. And even if I can't hear you now, have a seat. Here, let me move this a little bit. Oh, that flashlight, I don't keep you from sitting there. I'd love to talk to the woman who was willing to sacrifice herself for her people. It was the reason why these are the Multnomah Falls. I hope you know that you've never been forgotten. And that what you did for your people has never been forgotten. It was an amazing thing to do. Anyone else has passed away here, of which there are unfortunately many. If you want to visit, make yourself seen, make yourself heard. There's not a lot I can do, but if you have a message for someone, and you can make it heard, I'm so very happy to pass that along for you. As someone on the other end of that, I lost people that I wish I could speak to once more. And that I could tell them how much I love them. I'm sorry. And I suspect a lot of the people here that have passed on through a variety of accidents. Oh, if you have the ability to come back and say something, I suspect you'd like to as well. So consider this an opportunity if you have the ability to reach out and speak. If there are any spirits of nature. We've got a lot of water here. As a Pisces, I'm kind of a water creature myself. But if any spirits of the earth want to communicate, or even if you can't communicate, if you just want to you can't speak in a language that we can understand. If you want to communicate, again, by showing yourself, banging on things, turning the light on, even if you speak in a way I don't understand, just to show us you're here. That'd be wondrous. And I'm just going to assume that, unless that moves, I'm going to assume that is it's just some light reflecting off something particularly shiny up there. Oh, it got me again. It is so loud. Holy balls. so loud. Okay, fuck it. Pardon my language again. Yep. Can confirm. Just some tree that happens to be extra glowy. Okay, well, if you want to make yourself known right now, you will definitely need to play with the flashlight. I'd not even try to hear you if you banged on the wood. Or, you know, you can make yourself visible. Blow all my hair straight up? That would be a thing. Yeah, you'll have to be loud, I'm afraid. It's called pareidolia. It's when your mind takes normal sounds, sights, and turns them into other things. So that even if I heard you laugh, which it sounded to me like I heard you laugh, you'd probably need to laugh louder or come closer. Maybe to laugh longer. I'm not saying that if somebody laughed, I didn't hear you. And I'll definitely be going back to see if the camera heard you. Camera is this thing on the little floof on the blinky floof. If either of those heard you, that would be really cool. And honestly, if they did and I did, it'd be wonderful. I would love to know that someone here is laughing, that there's joy here. And what makes both that and the whistling interesting is that I've been here for over an hour and I've heard exactly one whistling noise and one laughing noise the entire time. But both were quite faint. I suspect, especially without a big boomy mic or what have you, I do not know what they're called, but one of the big mics that I've seen on some of the more established paranormal teams' gear sets. I would be shocked and exceedingly impressed and delighted if the microphone picked either of those up. So I'm sure you can hear the water falling and crashing on rocks and things, and that is most of what has been coming from over there. I have my night vision back. Yay! We'll have to go fairly soon. I'll give a little bit longer if I can. It's getting really cold. Like, really cold. Even my hands in my pockets, it's getting cold. Nope, no bugs. Thank you, don't come again. Also, the bathrooms are closed. And being amongst the living, I still need to use those. You can tell the wind is really getting that water on the rocks. All right, well, I'm going to head back to my car. It's that thing that I showed up in. I will still have things here going. I'll even keep the flashlight in my hand. If you want to communicate, you're welcome to. If you want me to stay longer, then, I mean, you can communicate that. If you start communicating, I will stay longer. I will freeze so that we can chat. Okay. Shoelaces are still tied, so we didn't take that option. Flashlight's still off. See? Whoop. So we didn't take that option. No hair blowing in crazy directions, that doesn't work. By nature. Well, not saying that spirits are not nature, but you know. So we're going to, let's see if I can get this a little bit further away without dropping it, because I'm super, super not a klutz. Make sure I didn't forget anything. Okay. So if you do want to communicate, there's still time. Feel free. If you want to show yourself, please do. I will endeavor not to drop all of my equipment in panic or shock, which could happen, but not through any offense, just surprise, really. Otherwise, thank you all so much for your time, for having me here. If you did communicate with me and I noticed it later, thank you for that. I appreciate it a lot. And again, if you communicated something for me to pass on to someone, I will certainly do that. On behalf of all of your people that you sacrificed yourself for. Oh, I know they've passed long ago, but their ancestors are still here. I'm sure that they all thank you for that. And I know that you are honored and not forgotten by all of us. Just thank you. And again, still a little ways to go. you can still say hi. But if not, I appreciate your time. Thank you to everybody who's watching this for coming along on this journey. I hope you had a good time and you enjoyed. Let me show them again, because really, it's just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. And the food's really good too. So yes, thank you to anyone and everyone who's come with me and who has joined me on this excursion. I really appreciate you. And we will be back in Southern California tomorrow and checking out all the cool spooky things there. Oh man, even the creek is beautiful here. But yeah, appreciate you. Friends, foes, and family. Appreciate all of you. And I hope that you have a wonderful night, and I will see you next time.